We partnered with Uraya Trust since July 2014. They were supporting us on the Rooting Democracy program in Kenya. We had some primary objectives. Chief among these is to enhance citizens' knowledge on Constitution, to also inform and empower the same citizens and enable them actively demand for their rights and also hold their leaders accountable. The other thing also was to enhance peaceful coexistence and also making sure that citizens in the county of Isiolo, in the counties of Isiolo and Samburu live in harmony and coexist peacefully. Under the civic education program, to increase the level of knowledge among citizens on Constitution, what we did, the first activity we undertook was to train religious leaders, youth representatives, and women intensively on Constitution. And actually, the ones we identified for that particular training, we considered them as TOTs. That means after they are trained, they'll go and train others.
Now, this program we are doing with partnership from Danida, Uraya, and DAP. It's called Rooting Democracy. And basically, we came up with this idea after we saw that now we have devolution. There are a lot of challenges and achievements. So there was this issue of we have devolution which has already come. It's part of our new constitution. And yet, the citizens are not even aware of the constitution. So there are a lot of gaps within our communities. In this program, we're working in four counties, Kitui, Machakos, Makueni, and Tharaka Nithi. The first issue was awareness. We thought that now we need our people to understand the issue about devolution. There's a lot which needs to be done, and we have a lot of money at the county level. They don't even understand what used to be happening before, what is happening now. Like now, when they see the governors doing the infrastructures and the rest, they think it is the governor's money. So we need a lot of awareness. They need to understand what is devolution, why it is there, how it came into being, and now from there now they can start doing the budget tracking. Because we felt after they understand what devolution is all about, now they can understand now we have ministries, and then those ministries they're getting money from the national government, and they have their allocations, what amount they're getting, and now they can do the budget tracking.
So the only thing does not only stop at what the national government is giving out, but all the monies which are trickling down to the counties. Are the members of the communities able to audit how that money is being used?
Watu huku wanalia maji, kila pahali maji. Siku ingine ulikuwa Ulangeti, watu wanalia maji.
Issue of water, tafadhali, hata ukienda hata Uganda, uende wapi, the issue of water ni kelele tu. Tunafaa kuchukua kama maji kama scarce commodity, yani kitu kidogo sana na itoshi, which we need to share among us stars.
These last activities whereby we are engaging the leaders, we are doing feedbacks, they are participating more and they are engaging the leaders, they are asking them questions and clarifications. The county officials were to share with us the development plans. Mwananchi is not just seated there to be told we are planning to do this, we are planning to do that. They are ready to ask, can you tell us exactly what you have done? They are ready to ask for clarifications. They are ready even to say, no, we have not seen that. So they have been sensitized and they feel empowered. They have the guts to engage leaders and tell them, we need to come up with our project. We need to prioritize projects according to our needs. And we've seen this program assisting very much in terms of ensuring that public funds and public resources are not misused.
The kind of devolution that we gave ourselves and to us Kenyans was very ambitious one, and it should be appreciated.
In your own opinion, What has worked in health and what has not worked, in your own opinion?
In Homa Bay County, team, that is Transform Empowerment for Action Initiative, through her networks of civil society, were able to support in capacity building the county assembly members and the county executives of Homa Bay County, on issues of policy legislations and procedures. That was a project done courtesy of World Vision and Transform Empowerment for Action Initiative. And as we are speaking, the community members took up responsibly certain very key and pertinent bills. One was the education, access to education bill. Another one was reproductive and sexuality health bill. Then another one that was also very key that the community members thought would transform them when it comes to issues of primary health care was maternity and child health bill. So these bills have gone for their third hearings, just awaiting assent to be the law.
Friends of Lake Turkana is a community trust that helps in protecting the natural resources around this county, and also initiates projects to engage the citizens of this county in governance and budgetary issues, and also we try to enlighten them on natural resource existence, their extractions, and probably how they should benefit from it. We have engagement with the county government. We have a lot of issues as far as governance is concerned. In fact, this project has enhanced the ability of the Turkana people as far as the oil is concerned. They know what their right is. They know what to expect, probably when the oil will be extracted and will be refined.
Despite the fact that there is oil exploration and the oil exploration is taking place on land, there are so many investors and land grabbers who are coming in. So we as friends of Lake Turkana under this Uraya project, we are trying to strengthen the participation of community towards land rights.
We must make sure that environmental impact is addressed and also development is addressed. We need schools, we need our roads. We used to have some tiny maram roads, now those big vehicles have come, swept them all away. We need to see those roads repaired.
Mnajua katika Isiolo vita zake zote zimesababishwa na wanasiasa. Mbinu ya Isiolo kupata kiti ama uongozi, nikitaka zaidi lazima niende nichochee jamii. Si maendeleo nilete jembe. Sasa nikitaka nilete trakta 10 kwa jamii ya Isiolo. Naye nilete bunduki 10 kwa jamii ya Isiolo. Unajua nani watu wa Isiolo tutapigia kura? Ninaupongeza hizi jawale kama Pastor na hizi ma NGOs ndogo ndogo wako sehemu ndio anapingana na hao.
One important component of this thing is peace and security. The result of what we have done is the Isiolo district had the lowest number of crimes in the entire 47 counties. That is a very important achievement. The relationship between the Rendile people and the Boran in Isiolo, there was high frequency of cattle rustling. No more. we have lived in peace for the entire period. Water deficiency in ASAL areas. Yes, Wasonyiro is the lifeline of the entire pastoralist in the north. Mega dam is being constructed on the Rizis River, the biggest hole in the whole of Africa. And now with that one, that will mean for 5 years or more, there will be no water passing here. And that means animals will die. Not only animals, we shall also go down with them because we live with them. Yes, and not only us and that animals, but wildlife also will go away. Now, from that point, we walked from here, there is camel caravan, we walked from here to Isiolo. Other pastoralists walked from Samburu, others walked from Laikipia. We converged at Achas Post as a central place, and that was stage for advocacy. Yes, and the whole world had us. They had our problem, and I think so far that thing is not being undertaken. But even if it is undertaken, they will find a way that they will not kill everybody.
The government, through the Directorate of Vision 2030, they didn't put measures in place to ensure that they go around and inform citizens on LabSet project, what it entails, what are the merits and demerits of this project, so that these people at least will be in a position to know whether they will support the project or they will say no.
When the community is informed, there is that scenario where the community will be involved in every project that will be going on. And when they are involved, definitely they'll be involved in such a way that the project will be definitely benefiting them.
Now the community know, they decide, it's not only the government or the leaders to plan for the community. Even the community can plan for themselves to forward their problem to the organization or to the government. That's what we have learned from the MIDP, and it's our right to get the service, like medical, water service. It is the community right, and we fight for your right.
Shidene tuko nayo kwanza zaidi ilikuwa ni mambo ardhi. Tulifundishwa na tukaenda kabisa kwa maofisi hizi za ardhi house, tukaingia kwa maofisi, tukaanza kujua haki yetu vile tumefundishwa na hawa. Yule tu anakuja leo mkutano kama hii, anaenda nyumbani, vile tu tuko jikoni tumepiga story. Unajua leo nilitoka meeting huko tulifundishwa seminar hivi kwa watu pastoralists, wamesema mjue haki yenu. Sasa sisi tunaishi kwa ardhi yetu, na kwa ardhi yetu hata tujui ni nini inaendelea.
The organization has been so active in educating public in Isiolo, and mostly on land issues. I've been seeing more members of public come to my office and other offices here to try and register their land and to make inquiries on the land which has not been adjudicated, which program the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Development and the county government has for them. So there's a lot of a positive impact.
Naam, barabara kabisa mpenzi msikilizaji. Usisahau hapo ndani ya 102.7 sauti ya Isiolo, ikiwa ni siku ya Ijumaa mpenzi msikilizaji, tarehe 27 mwezi wa Machi mwaka wa 2015. Kipindi ni Ugatuzi. Hiki ni kipindi ambacho mpenzi msikilizaji huja hewani kila siku ya Ijumaa kuanzia saa 8 hadi saa 10.
We've been giving the platform for people to engage with governance issues, governance leadership, issues to do around with accountability, issues to do with budgeting, and how they can be able to make sure that their issues are actually taken care of. Out of these programs, we've already created a population around the county that is more interested to engage in issues, that is more interested to take decisions on issues that concern them across the spectrum. Development is predicted on how best devolution is going to work. if devolution cannot work, then people will not be able to come out of the poverty situation. Remember, Isiolo is among those areas which were said to be marginalized. But when you have a radio, you reach masses in a very short while. So the radio has played a very, very, very significant role. And it becomes very cheaper because it becomes very much cheap compared to other mediums of communication. Since in 30 minutes, you could easily be talking to 100,000 people, which you cannot manage, in workshops and stuff like that. So as a way of complementing other efforts, policy, advocacy, the only easiest way, especially in poor societies, is really to use communications like community radios to reach out to the masses. And this program by Uraia has been very effective.
We try to sensitize our listeners on the importance of being part of that team that engages our leaders in development issues, especially to articulate those issues that touch on the daily lives of our listeners. The two main parts that we normally talk about is the education segment and the health segment. What we normally do is we do go for the community-based recordings. We go and approach our listeners where they are in their community. And at times they have also told us about some projects that have stalled, and they know the kind of or the amount of money that was allocated to that project. A good example is the Masogo dispensary. Nurses go for water with the buckets, the riverbanks. They go for water literally with the buckets, which should not be the case, because our audience have realized that it is the mandate of their MCS or their local leaders to ensure that everything runs smoothly. After highlighting this case with the Masogo dispensary, the MCA took that initiative to go and assess the situation, how it was. After that, I think they worked on that dispensary. From the response we get from the listeners is that they have started working on that.
We wanted a dispensary. For such a project to be constructed, you have to nini by vote. So our number outweighed other people. So by that one, we were awarded the construction of the dispensary. After opening and handing over the facility to the community, the facility stalled in the community. One of the key things that was identified was that there was lack of participation and ownership, and that's why the community was seeing that this thing is a Latif project, not them.
We need to keep the fire burning. We need to tell the people that they need to filth their hands. If they really want services, they really need to filth their hands. Filthing their hands is knowing what is supposed to be done to them. Then they demand those things.
Now the project is coming to an end, and citizens and other partners, they are asking now, what next?
We already have structures at the community levels because we're targeting groups, and we've already formed some chapters in every area we are working. And then we've trained facilitators, we've trained social auditors. What we normally do, when we train them, we don't let them go. We don't pay them, but then we keep into contact with them. We call them for trainings, for seminars, so we always get information.
We are using these small groups now as TOTs, so that now today this group was composed of either 20 plus members, but disseminating that information, it has a lot of multiply effect. We expect them 20 times.
Individuals we trained will be able to sustain the implementation of the activity. One good example is the trained religious leaders. Already they committed themselves. Right now, about 3 religious leaders known to us are on weekly basis, delivering civic education information to their congregation, especially on Fridays and on Sundays. We've put sustainability measures in place. We've been existing even before as a local implementing partner. The good thing, we've been doing most of these things in a different way, in different ways even before. But now the good thing, our knowledge and skills has been enhanced.
We are seeing a situation where the community is being more involved in terms of even the budget process, project identification, project implementation, and even the contracting.
I opted to form a CBO to be working, even if the Uraya people will be facing out, by lack of funds and wherever. As a community, takes the responsibility also to continuously, inform our citizens, our community, in terms of the Constitution, as far as Constitution and their responsibilities is concerned.
The 2010 Constitution gives enormous power to Mwananchi, especially the oversight power. He or she gives his power to the elected person, and then the Constitution gives him the power to oversight that person. Is he doing the right thing? So we have got a responsibility as Wananchi. After delegating power to that person constitutionally, then we oversight him. Is he doing the right thing?
Kama constitution, sio watu wote wanajua. Sisi hatusemi kama vile watu wengine nasema kama fulani amesoma tumesoma imetosha. Hapana, sisi nataka kusoma yote. Sisi tunasoma, lakini wangapi wanasoma? Wachache. Kwa hivyo wengi hawafahamu.
It is our right to fight for your right.
Since independence, what has been elusive is not disease, poverty, and such like things. It has just been good governance. The biggest disease we've had is good governance.